trip seems forever when you got those days in between the games like that. Spending the night in cities, usually don't do that. But definitely good to be back on our home floor, in our home gym, in your own bed, all the above.
Do you like getting the West Coast trips over with early in the season?
I never really thought about it. I mean, I think in hindsight now, having it done, I think it's cool to have it done now because now there's not a lot of long road trips for the rest of the year. I think you don't have to worry about it anymore. And you get more home games is always better, or shorter stints on the road is always better. So I think it does help.
I'm sure you've heard Nick's comments from after the game on Sunday in regards to Kawhi and
I read about it. Yeah.
Do you guys as players, do you appreciate Coach kind of standing up?
Yeah, like him going to work for you is big, you know, because there's a lot of stuff obviously we can't really say, and he's not supposed to say either. But sometimes somebody's got to step out there for your coach to do it first. Definitely lets you know, like, you know, he's in the ring with you, and they always talk about, you know, on the floor as an extension of the coach, the leaders. He's one of the leaders of our team too.
How would you describe him as a coach? Obviously, player coaches, guys are more disciplinarians.
I think he's very adaptive. I think he understands the situations. He understands what's going on. He fills the room out really well. The guys he's speaking to and how to deal with, you know, certain guys. I think he just understands, and I think it helps that he's been here with some of us or most of us. So, but I think the biggest thing is him being willing to listen to guys and be adaptive with the game, with the coaching style, with the coach plan as to who we're playing, or if Kyle sees something or Kawhi sees something, him not being afraid to be like, okay, let's try that, or whatever it may be. And I think that's pretty big, and I think that's part of our success also.
What did you see in terms of Kawhi getting calls, but your close-up view of the officiating without getting in trouble?
I mean, obviously, I think he gets hit a lot. You know, I think bigger, stronger guys like him, they take a beating just because they're able to play through so much contact. And I think sometimes getting hit, it might not look the same way as if Freddie went in there and got hit, you know? But it's still a foul. That's the way you look at it. And I think he's played through so much of it, and he finishes a lot of them that some of them don't get called. And I think it's tough. Like, from a referee standpoint, it's tough because the speed of the game, the speed of players, the size difference. You know, it's hard to tell how much contact he's making happen, how much defenders making happen sometimes. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a referee. I'd rather play any day to be a referee, honestly. So it's a very tough situation on both sides. It helps. I mean, I played for Jerry Sloan, and he talked to the referees in a way, I don't know how to put it, but I mean, it definitely, they hear you, you know? But I always took the approach also, it's like those guys are like anybody else. They're human beings, like they make mistakes, and the way you approach people, the way you talk to people definitely makes a difference. Not saying if I go say, hey, please, could you call a foul on my next shot, that he's gonna call it. But I think the way I approach him definitely makes a difference sometimes, because then they're a little bit more easy to be mindful of things that we're trying to communicate with them instead of trying to defend themselves first. Because I think when you have to defend yourself first, it's hard to, like, you know, decipher through what's going on.
What do you make of what the Pacers have been doing? Are they still under the radar? I know it's kind of a different group than when you were there, but Nate's doing obviously a great job there.
They playing well, man. They play hard. A lot of guys, they have a good rotation. A lot of guys that can play as well, like us. They're got guys playing their roles. Oladipo's had an injury. I think he's back. He's playing, you know. Miles has been playing well. I think he leads the league in number of blocks now. Got guys making shots. But they play basketball the right way, which is in their style. They play well to their suits. So.